Everyone knows that Overwatch is trash, and it has been since Overwatch 2 released. I don't know what in God's name they were thinking releasing that game, but nevertheless, it's had one foot in the grave for a while now. And with the release of Marvel Rivals, I'm
excited
that this is the final nail in the coffin for Overwatch. If you don't know what Marvel Rivals is, it is a hero-type shooter that is reminiscent, or let's be honest, really just bites off of the entire idea of Overwatch. And when I first saw the gameplay for this game, it was announced, I believe, in March of this year. When I saw the gameplay, I knew that it was over for Overwatch.
But I'm not a rapper.
So today I want to go through why Overwatch is so shit, and then also go over why I think that Marvel Rivals has a better chance of tackling this hero-style shooter. Let's get into it.
Hi, how are you?
Alright, so first things first, with the release of Overwatch 2, the game was made to be free to play. At face value, the general public may think that is a good thing, but if you've been around long enough to know anything, you will know that that means more monetization in other ways. They did away with the loot box system because I guess gambling bad or whatever the f they want to say, and made it to where you can purchase cosmetics with real world money. Nobody likes this, Blizzard, and we don't have to explain why we don't like this. You're basically on your hands and knees begging for us to throw money at your face for the ass cosmetics that you develop every now and then. On top of that, they also criminally undercut what it means to be a sequel. When a sequel to something comes out, it means that something new is being added, something new is being developed. But what did Blizzard do? They said, wait a second, why don't we just take the game we already have and make the mechanics more shit? Again, I have to say, thank you, Blizzard. That is, on behalf of everybody in the gaming community, that is exactly what we wanted. We wanted you to fundamentally change the aspects of the characters that we liked and make them into nothingness. McCree's flashbang, which was a crucial part of his kit, throw it away. We didn't want that. Orissa's shield, which was a make or break part of her kit, throw that out too. Nobody needs that. Oh, and Doomfist, scrap the entire concept of that character. We didn't like it anyways. I mean, like, listen, I think that there are individuals at the very tippy top of the AAA game creation standard that need to be hunted and taken down. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I'm just saying that they're ruining the best parts of the games that we like. They're not listening to their community. And in the modern day of gaming where things are changing all the time, there are patches that are thrown out every 2 seconds, it is imperative that you listen to your community and change things in small increments. Keyword small fucking increments. Do you hear me, Blizzard? Who in the right mind thought it was a good idea to completely overhaul everything in one fell swoop? You're gonna alienate audiences regardless of whether the game was good or not. I mean, geez, do we have to explain this to you like children? On top of this, Blizzard also promised heavy concentration on PvE and lore-based battles. We did not get really any of that. It was scaled back around 2023, and it was just a shit show. It was just a shit show, and it set up perfectly for the arrival of Rivals. Marvel Rivals was a concept that came out very suddenly and excited players very quickly. A hero-based shooter based on the heroes from Marvel. I mean, it's actually surprising that this concept wasn't executed earlier, but it makes a lot of sense why they did decide to do it now, with Overwatch taking a shit all over its entire fan base and everything it ever created. I'm not going to lie, I don't have too many hours into the game. I do think that there are some optimization issues that they are working on patching, but I have enough to know that it's better than Overwatch 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's start on the monetization front, since it's also a free-to-play game similar to Overwatch 2. The only difference is that they weren't as money-hungry f***ing pigs as... Let me chill. The only difference is that they were not as money-hungry and as money-grabbing as Blizzard was whenever they decided to make the switch. The monetization that they go for is a lot less aggressive, with affordable cosmetics and a fair progression system. It's the complete opposite monetization model that Overwatch 2 faced a lot of backlash for. And it's understandable when you think about how Overwatch 2 was only created to find out a way to squeeze the tit for the last pieces of monetization of a dying game.
Daily playtests and feedback have given us confidence that we're creating something you're going to love.
Moving on to the gameplay mechanics, a lot of them operate similarly to the original Overwatch characters. But not only that, they also introduced dynamic hero interactions that created a unique synergy to the game that even Overwatch failed to have in its heyday. Characters that interacted with one another in their lore-based movies or comics also have interactions in-game that may give them particular buffs while playing. It's fresh, it's innovative, and it is exactly what we expected to come out of a hero-based shooter from Marvel. On top of all of that, the developers maintain transparent communication, listening to player feedback, and frequently updating their game to the new content that is meaningful and actually makes a difference. I mean, granted, the game has only been out for a little bit, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. They could definitely drop that facade, as we've seen other developers do so many times before. But I don't know, man, based on the amount of effort that they've put into the animation and the combat, it really looks like they're trying to go in for the long haul with this one and really take Overwatch's position. At the end of the day, Marvel Rivals really exceeds in all the places Overwatch 2 does not. A fair monetization model, frequent content updates, a focus on delivering what is promised to the players. Its character design is beautiful, really taking its time to connect to the lore and the original comics that they were created from. And conversely, Overwatch 2 is struggling and dying on the opposite end of the spectrum. Expensive cosmetics, unfulfilled PvE promises, a divisive hero rework. These issues left many players feeling alienated, including me. Ultimately, Marvel Rivals demonstrates how transparency, innovation, and community respect can define a successful multiplayer experience in a hero-based shooter. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really curious to see the public opinion of the game. What can they change? What can they make better? It's definitely still a baby game, so we have to see. Honestly, at the end of the day, we don't know yet how it's going to turn out. But based on what I've played so far, I'm happy with it. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like the video. I post videos every Sunday. And let me check my download for Indiana Jones. Let's see, because I am dying to play that game. You know, Indiana Jones used to be one of my favorite game franchises, man. Like, not even game franchise, movie franchise, toy franchise, Lego franchise. Like, the list goes on. I love Indiana Jones.